Okay. So go ahead, ask me.
What is real?
Okay.
Let's talk about the many illusions and delusions that are affecting us nowadays.
All right. It's a combination of what's real and what isn't real, right? Because we live in a reality that is a product of our imagination, our desire, our expectation, and our imagination. Those are the tools we use to create our reality. And the what is real is our emotional selves. Our emotions are the only thing that's real. And our connections to our emotions are what either raise our frequency or lower our frequency. You know, anger and hate and those lower emotions are the light emotions. They're not the heavy emotions. We have them backwards, actually. The real heavy, rich, and valuable emotions are love and joy and peace. Those have weight. It takes a lot of energy to generate hate and anger. They're real emotions. There's nothing wrong with them. It's how they're used. It's how they're utilized. It's okay to hate injustice, right? It's okay to hate things that are just an antithesis to our true being, our true soul and resonance and goodness, truth, and beauty. The opposite of love is hate, right? And one needs to be willing to hate in order to really truly love, right? It's not you have to be hateful and use hate as a weapon, use it as a tool, but it's a way of weighing out the things that have value and the things that are the antithesis of love and our emotions that are real, and we follow those emotions will express our true feelings. What isn't real is the illusion around us, the physical, the material. That's not real. It's only as real as we make it. It's only as valuable as we make it. And what's going on in the world right now is a battle, or a struggle, I should say, from the real and the what is unreal. We are in a new paradigm, and in that new paradigm, it's based on love, goodness, truth, beauty, joy, happiness, miracles, magic, the heavier emotions. You know, common sense, intuition is what guides us, right? Through those distractions in the illusion around us. And the illusion around us politically right now is those who want to control the material, who think it's real, who've lost touch with their spirit, lost touch with their soul, lost touch with their home inside, that brings us back to our source of where we come from. And we come from love. We come from light and goodness, truth, and beauty. That's our true nature. That's our true being. Those who want to control that and suppress that and hide that and deceive us, put it into religions, right? Ways to believe, how to believe, and what's spiritual, what isn't spiritual, and from the extreme of the light contrast to the dark contrast. The dark is the religion of the hidden, the dark, the deceiving, the dominating, the control, the manipulation. And the extreme light is the deceiving of what we are told is spiritual, what we're taught to be spiritual, and the religions that go along with it. That contrast creates the dissonance between what's real and what isn't real, when both of it is neither real. It's neither the light nor the dark is real if it's material. You could call it spiritual materialism if you want, right? Where people think that you wear the right clothes, you belong to the right religion, you're part of a belief system that makes you above and beyond somebody else, where your religion is the most important, your belief is the most important, and anything else that's not like that should be eliminated, right? And we should all believe the same way, and we should all think the same way, and all that. From the illusion of the religion of the light and the illusion of the religion of the dark. And it's a form of cultism on both sides. The truth is, our emotions, our true being is not physical. It has nothing to do with the physical. It has to do, it influences the physical, but it's not the physical. And our dominion in that state of our being is what's important. To be in dominion with love, be in dominion with joy, to be in dominion with nature, be in dominion with the divine. Those things that are closer to the real are nature. The nature, the elements, earth, air, fire, water, all of that is part of the divine illusion, but it's closer to the reality of what is real. They come from the emotional. They're expressions of the emotional. If you want to talk about the chakras, we'll start with the 7 chakras. Those 7 chakras are emotional centers of our being. When we're in the new paradigm, and in the new paradigm, it's resonance causation. It's based on our resonance, based on our frequency, it's based on our perception, or what we are putting our attention on, right? If we put our attention on goodness, truth, beauty, love, if we put our attention on our 7 centers of emotion in our chakras, then we resonate that frequency. The crystals, which we're surrounded by all the time, they're in the earth, they're in our computers, they're in everything around us that makes communication possible. They're picking up that frequency, they're picking up that resonance, but they also pick up the negative resonance. They also pick up the negative vibrations. The negative vibrations come back to where we are in our identity and what we identify with. And what we identify with, we all have a negative ego and a positive ego. And our negative ego is our identity that goes out and finds negative things to identify with. Our positive ego is you call them the gophers, or the messengers, is when we put our attention on the negative ego, we bring in negative information. We put our attention on our positive identity or positive ego, we bring in positive information. The negative ego and our attention on negative ego constricts and reduces and limits our perception of reality. Our positive ego expands and enhances and extends our reality. It enhances it, it makes it bigger, it gives us more freedom, gives us more joy, gives us more choices and perception. So what isn't real is that which is basically comes from the negative ego. And the negative ego brings in fear. It brings in, which is limiting. And no fear is real. It's only a product of of the negative ego, or that negative ego which created that fear. So what we see going on right now in the world politically is a negative ego manifestation that comes from our past, that was based on the old paradigm of domination, control, manipulation, and deception of our physical reality, and those who want to own it, and those who want to control it, and those who want to deceive us into thinking that that is what's real, and that's what's important, and that's what we have to submit ourselves to. Then you look at the positive aspect of the people in the world who have tuned into their heart, tuned into their intuition and the positive ego through, a lot of times, through religion, right? Because there's the good side, there's the negative ego of religion, and there's the positive ego of religions too. There's the true essence and the juice, if you will, of those religions, where people genuinely and truthfully want to be good people. They believe in peace and harmony and love and no more wars and all of that, and their religion is their vehicle, is their venue in order to be able to discover that and express that and to promote that in the world. And then you have the extreme opposite, which is the dark religions, where there is no empathy, there's no caring, and it's based on a very, very low magic, a very, very low vibrational frequency that's based on sacrifice, blood drinking, pedophilia, everything that they can do to try to control and own the physical reality and possess the physical reality. What they don't realize is they're not real either. They're an illusion in themselves, and they believe in their own illusion, and they feel as though if they can delude others into submitting to their illusion, that they will have power, they will have domination, they will have control of the entire physical or material world. And that doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. In the new paradigm, that it's not about the material. It's not about the physical. It's about the love. It's about the freedom. It's about truth, goodness, truth, and beauty. It's about liberty and justice. It's about stepping into what's really valuable, what really has value. And that's why we talk about the states of integrity, because the different levels or the different states of those integrity show you what's really important, and the importance of responding to our reality, where we share our sovereign uniqueness of who we are. So, in the new paradigm, it's based on resonance causation. In the old paradigm, it was based on domination, control, manipulation, and deception, and cause and effect. Newtonian thinking, linear thinking. In the new paradigm, it's based on the highest resonance, the highest frequency is what creates the reality around us. And nothing can suppress that. It can only try to deceive and cover it up and manipulate it and spin it and make it look like it's something negative or evil, but it's not. It will always resonate, and it will vibrate. Anything and everything that doesn't vibrate with it will vibrate out of that reality. It will go away. It will no longer be here. And the more that negative energy tries to force itself into the new paradigm, the old paradigm does, the weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker it becomes. because it does not fit in the new paradigm. We are in the new paradigm. We are vibrating in the new paradigm. You're seeing people in the world, for instance, with what's going on politically, in the masses that are all gathering around Trump and around everything that's going on in our world, where people have had it. They're sick of it. They no longer want to be dominated. They no longer want to be controlled. They want the goodness, truth, and beauty. They want liberty and freedom. And there's far more of them than there are any other forces that can stop it. And the ones who only have some control, or have had a lot of control over the information that has been dominating, controlling, manipulating us, who control the media, they control education system, they control everything around the material world, no longer have that control. And the closer they get to their own destruction, the more they try to, the more energy they have to put into that illusion to make people believe that they're bigger than what they are, or it is bigger than what it is. But it's actually a very small percentage compared to the new paradigm, which is limitless. It's a limitless state of stepping into a future that's never been, and that future is slowly, well, not just slowly, it's actually accelerated now, and it's affecting everything around us in the illusion. And nature is with us, not against us. And as we embrace nature, nature empowers us. And as we embrace nature and we allow it to empower us, we start resonating more and more and more and more in that new paradigm. There's no stopping it. There's no ending it. That's what's real. Our emotional being, our true connection to our soul and our spirit. That which isn't real is that which is lying and deceiving, and that which isn't real, it thinks it can control and dominate the physical universe or physical world, which it thinks is real, and it's all an illusion. And quantum physics proves that. Quantum physics proves that there's more empty space than there is physical reality. But they are mentally ill. This is a mental illness. This is to think that you can control the physical reality and you own the physical reality is a form of mental illness. It's a form of complete disconnection from their spiritual self. And we all are spiritual beings, but like Lazarus would say, some are lit and some are dimly lit. And the dimly lit are the ones who have a relationship with their spiritual self, but their spiritual self has been so limited by the illusion of the material and the physical that they've lost touch with their souls. They've lost touch with their spirit. They've lost touch with that uniqueness of themselves. It's like a hive mind. It's like a hive mind or a cult that can't see past the material and the physical. It used to work. Well, it never really truly worked, but it was forced upon us, and it used to work based on the old paradigm. And they were able to dominate and control and empires and create their thinking in a way that other people were forced to think the same way and believe in it. Our banking system, as I said, our banking system, our educational system, everything has been manipulated and designed for us to believe in the material world that they created for themselves. and enslaved us in those belief systems. But now that we're in the new paradigm and we've broken away from that, more and more people are feeling this. It's not just what they believe, it's what they feel. They're resonating to what feels good to them, what makes their soul feel good, what makes their being feel good. They're people are naturally, humans are just naturally designed to find that home in us, to find that soul in us, to find that feeling in us. And in the new paradigm, through the resonance causation, people are being drawn. And you've heard it. They're starting to resonate with it. You know, you're hearing people saying, well, that doesn't resonate, or this does resonate. But what they're finding is what resonates with the goodness, truth, and beauty. They're resonating with it. They're being drawn to it, and they don't know why, but they want more of it. They're hungry for it. They need it. Our souls need it. As human beings, that's our true nature. So we're drawn to that resonance, and as we're drawn more and more to that resonance, that which is real starts to take over that which is not real. The illusion, the deception, the domination, control, and manipulation can no longer have any quote-unquote power. Because what they're resonating with, what we're resonating with, the love, the goodness, truth, and beauty, that is what's real. What they're resonating with, domination, control, manipulation, deception, and the material, physical, is what's not real. We're surrounded by all types of material things. It's all an illusion. You can have as much of that illusion as you want, or as little of that illusion as you want. Or you could say you could have as much of those trappings as you want, or as little of those trappings as you want. Not one's good, not one's bad. It's all an illusion. The reason we're all here is to learn to have fun, right? And as we learn to have fun, and that's a continual process. It's not just, okay, I learned to have fun. We're learning new ways to have fun. As we grow, we become more aware, more and wiser. And as we become wiser and more aware, we resonate with the ways that have fun that are not like when we were an adolescent or a child. There are childlike and adolescent ways of having fun, but as we mature spiritually, things that you wouldn't consider being fun become a form of fun that we have, and the way we express ourselves spiritually, the way we work with where we're working with ourself and our higher self and our unseen friends and our advisors or guides, however you want to put it, and we're resonating more with that frequency of having more fun, having more freedom, having more liberty, having more truth, having more goodness, having more beauty. And as we resonate with that, as we're working with crystals, the crystals in the crystal kingdom, they're all resonating with that too. They're picking up that frequency and they're amplifying that frequency as we work with them. And that's how the crystals can be used. Again, it's an illusion, but this illusion is closer to what's real than what isn't. It's a part of nature. Nature is the imagination of God, Goddess, all that is. It's what sustains our physical reality, because we are physical in a physical world. The physical world is our playground. Who we are is non-physical, but the physical world in nature and in our resonating with nature is our playground. It's our place to enjoy being physical. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to enjoy being physical, not to be enslaved in being physical. And that which isn't real wants to, his agenda is to enslave us in being physical and make us believe that we are physical. And if we believe we're physical, we've just allowed ourselves to get lost in the illusion. And once we're lost in the illusion, we think physical is what's valuable. And once we think physical is what's valuable, then we lose our connection with what is more real, which is our soul, our spirit. So, integrity, since we're talking about what's real, integrity, we're going in the new paradigm. That which was dominating, control, manipulating, and deceiving us is now gonna just basically fall away or self-destruct. We're going into a whole new financial system where it's backed by something that is real. We're gonna have all the money, all the wealth, all the freedom, all the possessions we want. And when you have all the money and you have all the wealth and you have all the possessions you want, what's the most important thing? You're physical and you have everything you need. Your needs and your wants are all taken care of, and you're no longer needing the physical. You're no longer needing to possess or control or dominate the physical to survive, or you no longer need it in order to get by day. Now you have it all. Now you have all your wealth that you want, as little or as much as you want. The only thing that's left is your health and your integrity. Those who have a low level of integrity won't have a place in the new paradigm. In the low levels of integrity, it's based on the deception and living in illusion. Pretending, lying to ourselves, living lies and lying to others. Not being truthful to our true being, which is a manifestation or an expression of the negative ego. If we say one thing and we do another, if we don't keep our agreements, our world won't work. Our world works on agreements. If we have a low level of integrity, we have less value in the world. We all have the same worth, but we have different levels of value. Everybody's born with the same worth. We're born from God got us all that is. We're true beings of love and light and all the things that go along with, with what really is real. So as we're going into this new paradigm, for some of us, we're bringing people into it, and a lot of us are stepping into it and realizing they're in it. The things that are going to be important are our level of integrity, our interaction with the people around us. If we have a low level of integrity, we will not fit into the new paradigm. Those levels of integrity will vibrate out. As we raise our level of integrity, we'll have more value, more worth. We'll express our value, but we have more worth. We have more things that are going to be needed and wanted in the world. So it's very important that we understand the two things that are most important is our health and our level of integrity.